All right, we're here with our weekly update with head cross country and track and field coach Rod DeHaven. Rod, coming off the cross country season, if you just want to give a quick recap of how that ended.
Yeah, I think the NCAA Midwest Regional was, a good meet for our women's team. They ended up 16th overall. Anna Dane ends up in the top 10, giving us an all-regional performance for the fourth straight year on the women's side, and she ends up being about 15 seconds away from making the NCAA meet. And folks that got out of our region as individuals ran very well at the national meet, so I think that is a testament to the quality of competitors that she was up against. On the men's side, pretty historic day when you figure that the men being fourth, all-time best finish, and some of the schools behind them, nationally ranked Oklahoma State, Minnesota, Iowa, Illinois, Bradley, which won the Missouri Valley Conference with one of the all-time low scoring records, Nebraska, Oklahoma, Kansas State. Obviously it's a lot of Power 5 schools to put in your rearview mirror on one particular day, and then you have 5 guys in the top 50. Just a great effort out of those guys on a pretty tough course.
And now making the transition from cross country season over to track, first event of the season this past weekend, the SDSU Holiday Invite and Multi. If you just want to give an overview of that.
Yeah, for sure. It was exciting to get the track season started. It's always nice to be able to open up the season at home. Felt like it was a good meet for our group. I'm sure there's a lot of anxiety, enthusiasm, all that kind of stuff that goes into the first meet, and that was reflected in some really solid marks. We had 19 all-time top 10 marks, school records from Dominic Etherington in the shot put, throwing over 59 feet. Tyson Jenkins, also in the shot put, transferred from Dakota Wesleyan, also went over previous school record. Then Trent Francombe breaks his own school record in the pole vault. So you got all that going on, and just across the board, you look at like the women's jumps. Addison Eisenbeis kind of picks up where she left off in a high jump. Annie Wendt, freshman, posts a big mark in the long jump and triple jump. Emma Stewart had a solid day there. You go on the track. Jamie O'Connor ran unattached, had a pretty solid opener. Haley Mottinger posted top 10 mark in the 60 hurdles. Lauren Van Dyke, Hannah Whitbrad, there's a lot of folks in that area. Oksana Covey wins the 800. Kind of going over the men's side, the usual suspects in terms of the men's sprints, open up well. I think they probably wanted a bit more, but Sam Zenner wins the 200, runs well in the 60. Kobe Hilton, runs pretty close to, his personal best there. Manny Fulham-Smith runs well. Daniel Clark had a big day, both in the long jump and the 60 prelim. Noah Huber, throws well in the shot put, the weight throw, and then comes back and, breaks the, what we call a school record in the discus by throwing over his outdoor PR. So that bodes well once we do get outside. Alexis Smith breaks our school record in the indoor discus as well, so a big throw for her. And I'm sure I'm forgetting folks. There's a lot of bodies, but it was a good opening meet. I think now, hopefully, the positive performances will keep our student athletes hungry as they, approach the holiday break, and they'll have lots of different things going on. But hopefully, be ready to come back and pick up where they left off when we host North Dakota for that opening duel in January.